$895,000. That's how much money they make every 60 seconds, and over $1.2 billion in revenue every single day, making Amazon one of the most profitable companies on earth. Where does all that money end up? As you're about to discover, the answer is, without a doubt, the greatest income opportunity in America today, and one of Wall Street's most closely guarded secrets. You see, while most people know Amazon's early backers got rich, and Jeff Bezos made out like a bandit, what few people realize that a portion of Amazon's massive profits, billions of dollars each year, gets paid out through what I call Amazon's secret royalty program. I'm talking about an IRS loophole that allows regular Americans to collect royalty payouts every single year without having to own a single share of Amazon stock. Like Tom K., who says he's now collected $30,000 a year following the royalty secret I showed him. And Elaine T., who recently increased her payouts from $2,000 to $60,000 a year. And Harold J., who's set to earn over $330,000 in royalties this year. How? By tapping into programs like Amazon's secret royalty program. And like when a famous songwriter gets paid royalties whenever their music plays on the radio, a commercial, or online. Or a famous author gets paid every time a copy of their book gets sold. When you buy into Amazon's secret royalty program, you gain the legal right to collect royalty payouts when people shop on Amazon. And you can do this without having to sell any products online, without having to become an Amazon Prime member, and without ever having to buy or own a single share of Amazon stock. It's incredible. It's like getting paid a secret dividend from Amazon, even though the company has never paid a dividend and most likely never will. Unfortunately, most Americans have been kept in the dark on this secret program. In fact, I estimate few investors, less than 1 in 10 million, are currently taking advantage of this powerful, publicly available opportunity. And that's a shame, because as the SEC states, this loophole is a way for individual investors to earn a share of the income produced. And Wall Street hedge funds and in-the-know billionaires have been raking up Amazon royalties for years, like BlackRock, who collected $449 million in Amazon royalties last year. Vanguard also received a huge $649 million payout. And even Ray Dalio, Bridgewater Associates, the largest hedge fund in the world, they dumped every share of Amazon stock they own. What did they do instead? They moved their money into Amazon's secret royalty program, increasing their stake by over 500%. Why? That's simple. Because with this program, you're legally mandated to get paid even if Amazon stock goes down. Last year, for example, Amazon stock fell 49%, sliced in half, a hard pill to swallow for most investors. And yet, take a look at this government document filed with the SEC. It shows Amazon's secret royalty program paid out $2.4 billion last year, mandated by U.S. federal law. And get this, over the last 20 years, Amazon's secret royalty program has never missed a single royalty payout, not once. For example, during the dot-com crash, the NASDAQ dropped 77%, much worse than today. And still, Amazon's secret royalty program issued over $219 million in legally mandated payouts. 2008, different crash, same result. The market fell 56%. And once again, investors in Amazon's secret royalty program received over $542 million in payouts. In fact, as you can see, payouts from the Amazon secret royalty program keep going up and up and up. All told, investors have already collected over $17 billion in royalty payouts, with as much as $3.2 billion expected to be paid out this year alone. That's why Wall Street's most successful hedge funds and billionaires love this program so much. In fact, this year they're preparing to claim as much as 90% of all available payouts. It's simply not fair. This ends now. There's simply no reason why you shouldn't collect your share of royalties. Because the fact is, this loophole was authorized by Congress for one reason: to give regular American folks some of the same advantages as the wealthy. Which means, You don't have to meet any age or income requirements. There are no employment requirements. You could be working part-time, full-time, or even retired. You don't even have to work for Amazon or Wall Street. And as I mentioned earlier, you don't even need to buy Amazon stock. All you need is a simple brokerage account, like Neil P., who's now collecting a predictable $1,200 a month in royalties. And by acting today, you'll receive your first payout automatically deposited to your account this June. It's all thanks to a little-known section of the IRS code I've been studying for years. Buried on page 1794 in section 561, the code states that Amazon's secret royalty program must distribute payouts to shareholders. It must. And these mandated payouts can add up in a really big way. Just take a look at some of the earliest participants. I'm talking about the folks who helped launch Amazon's secret royalty program. Through public filings, I discovered these individuals are now collecting massive 5- and 6-figure royalty checks. Like Dr. Jeffrey S., who actually retired back in 2009. He recently got a $49,730 Amazon royalty check. And he's set to collect at least 3 more royalty payouts this year. Then there's Carl W., a 70-year-old Texas banker. He's expecting as much as $73,363 on his next payout. And this is crazy, but Ham and M is set to collect a massive $1.8 million Amazon secret royalty check this year alone. Now, of course, that's an exceptional amount of money, and you shouldn't expect to see that kind of payout. What you get out depends on what you put in. However, can you imagine what you could do with even a fraction of this kind of income? Would you finally kick back and enjoy your retirement? Help support your children, your grandchildren, church, or favorite charity? Would you finally write that novel you've buried in the corner of your mind or sailed around the world? Or maybe you just choose to live life to the fullest. Now is the time to decide, because in a couple of minutes, I'm going to share with you the details on a massive project that Amazon is about to launch. A new mega project, which I believe could lead to the single biggest royalty payout that's ever been paid. A massive $3.2 billion payout. Okay, let's get started. My name, by the way, is Brad Thomas. If I seem familiar, that could be because you've seen me before on Bloomberg, Fox & Friends, Barron's, CNN, Kiplinger, NPR, MSNBC, or Forbes. I've personally invested and negotiated over $1 billion in deals with companies like Walmart and McDonald's. I've interviewed well over 100 CEOs, business leaders, and billionaires like Sam Zell, Kyle Bass, and Kevin O'Leary. And I was even selected to act as a presidential economic advisor during one of the greatest economic booms in history. Today, I've retired from advising presidents and focus exclusively on helping regular Americans get the most out of their retirements. Like Dan M., who used my royalty secret to rebuild his wealth, and as he put it, pull him out of the depths to reach new highs in his accounts. And Randy W., who says my royalty secret helped him become a new millionaire. In fact, I've shown over 100,000 regular everyday folks how they can start collecting royalty payouts from opportunities like Amazon's secret royalty program. And my readers love it, which isn't surprising, because once you learn exactly how this works, I think you'll realize that few things in life are easier than collecting payouts from Amazon's secret royalty program. And once this initial setup is done, you will be entitled to up to 8 different royalty checks every single year, which is why I strongly recommend you get started today, before June 13th. So I'm sure you're wondering by now, how does it all work? The best way to explain it is to tell you a short story, an incredible story actually, of Lonnie Johnson from Mobile, Alabama. Now, I'm guessing you've never heard of Lonnie Johnson before, but I bet you've heard of his breakthrough invention, the Super Soaker. You see, Lonnie worked for NASA, and in his spare time, Lonnie developed a breakthrough invention, a new, unique water pump using plexiglass, PVC pipe, and O-rings. Hasbro ended up buying his invention, but because Lonnie owned the patent on the water pump, the critical asset, Hasbro was required to pay Lonnie royalties for the right to use it on every single unit sold. The Super Soaker went on to become the #1 selling toy in America, generating over $1 billion in sales. And the royalties added up huge. As a result, Lonnie collected over $72 million in royalties, retiring a multi-millionaire. All because he owned the rights to a critical asset Hasbro needed. Amazon's secret royalty program works in a similar way. When you buy in, you own the rights to a critical asset Amazon needs for its business. That means Amazon must pay you for the right to use it every single time. What critical asset, you ask? It's the starting point for every Amazon order, the Great Amazon Warehouse. You see, in the United States alone, Amazon ships over 1.6 million packages per day. Americans can't get enough. In fact, Amazon is now on track to deliver more packages than UPS, overtaking its biggest shipping provider. But here's the little-known secret. As Amazon has expanded its warehouse empire across America, amassing more than 319 million square feet of space. That's 1,660 times bigger than the Wynn Casino, the single biggest casino in Las Vegas. Yet, what few people realize is that Amazon does not own all of its warehouses, not by far. Instead, Amazon pays to rent a large portion of the warehouse space it needs from a smaller partner company, like this 1 million square foot warehouse in Tracy, California, this 500,000 square foot shipping hub in Seattle, Washington, this 112,000 square foot fulfillment center in Chicago, Illinois, as well as this 200,000 square foot warehouse in the Bronx, New York. And like Lonnie from Alabama, who owned a critical asset needed by Hasbro, when you buy into Amazon's secret royalty program, you own one of Amazon's most critical assets, their biggest warehouses. That means you are an owner, giving you the legal right to collect a portion of the fees Amazon pays in royalties. Not like a traditional royalty. Instead, these payouts are tied directly to the fees Amazon pays to use your warehouse. It's like collecting a fee every time Amazon ships a package from its warehouses. What could be better than that? And if you want to participate, you'd better hurry. Because as I mentioned, I believe we could see the single biggest ever, a one-time $3.2 billion royalty payout. Why? Because Amazon is set to launch its most ambitious project yet, a new mega warehouse located just east of LA. It will be the single largest Amazon warehouse in the world. We're talking about a 5-story, state-of-the-art facility that will be over 4 million square feet in total. To put that into perspective, that's bigger than 22 Walmart supercenters put together. The project, which has been underway since 2019, is finally set to open just a few months from now. And when it does, it will create thousands of new jobs and be equipped with leading-edge industrial robotic systems to ship more than 125 million packages per year from this one location alone. And here's where it gets good for you. Because as demand for Amazon products continues to grow and Amazon continues to expand, your payouts should continue to soar. Just take a look. This blue line here, that's the number of Amazon warehouses by year. And as the number of warehouses goes up, so have the royalty payouts. And with Amazon's largest warehouse ever set to open soon, and 50 more warehouses planned to open in the years ahead, I strongly suggest you get set up today to receive the next Amazon secret royalty payout, scheduled to be paid out June 13th. To help you get started, I put together the step-by-step details in an inside report called Amazon's Secret Royalty Program, the easiest way to collect up to $28,544 per year from Amazon. As far as I know, this is the only report of its kind available anywhere. And don't expect any help from the mainstream media, because according to the SEC, as much as 90% of all Amazon's secret royalty payouts are claimed by Wall Street, which is why you've likely never heard of Amazon's secret royalty program before, because there's no financial incentive for Wall Street to advertise and share this program with you. There's also another reason you've never heard about this before, and that's because this is not an official program. By this, I mean that you won't see this program listed anywhere on Amazon's website. It's not endorsed by Amazon. That's why you also likely never hear any Amazon executive discuss it in public. Even though in one article published by the Jeff Bezos on Business Insider, it said this royalty secret was so lucrative that, quote, you could be generating enough money to live off each year without having any other retirement plan. It's true. As Greg C. says, I re-engineered my portfolio to generate royalties to cover all of my living expenses. And my friend Jeff H., who after following my advice is now collecting royalties on top of his retirement income. And you can too. So if you're retired, near retirement, or just want to collect extra cash, tapping into Amazon's secret royalty program couldn't be easier. It's as simple as logging into your brokerage account, typing in the specific 3-letter ticker of Amazon's secret partner company, the one that owns all of the warehouses, and clicking buy. That's it. Once you do, you gain the legal right to collect payouts from the Amazon secret royalty program. So how much can you really expect to make from all of this? Well, let's say you bought in at the very beginning. On a $5,000 starting investment, you'd now be collecting $2,282 per year in annual royalty payouts. Now, as I mentioned, the more you put in, the more you can make. And this is where it gets really interesting. Say you start with $25,000 starting stake. Now, instead of a $2,200 per year, you'd be earning $11,421 per year in royalty payouts. That's over $57,000 in the next 5 years in payouts. And remember, this is money you can count on because, again, these payouts are not optional. They are legally mandated because this program falls under Section 561 of the U.S. Tax Code. That's why some of the biggest names on Wall Street are piling in ahead of the next payout. Like Citadel, the #1 most profitable hedge fund in history, just doubled their stake in Amazon's secret royalty program. Billionaire George Soros' firm just increased their stake by 2,331%. That's 24 times. And billionaire Ray Dalio, who recently said everyone is losing money. He sold his stake in Amazon and instead increased his stake in Amazon's secret royalty program by over 500%. Because again, the payouts are mandated by U.S. federal law. Everything you want to know is inside my free report, Amazon's secret royalty program, the easiest way to collect up to $28,544 per year from Amazon. This report is valued at $99, but today I want to send you a free copy. And that's not all I want to send your way, because I've discovered a unique and extremely lucrative way you can triple your payouts starting today. You see, Amazon's warehouse operations are just one division of its $1 trillion business. Amazon actually has over 40 subsidiary divisions, but there's one I'm most excited about because it allows you to essentially triple your payouts by collecting even more royalties from Amazon's most successful division. I'm talking about Amazon's highly successful Amazon Web Services, or AWS for short. In 2013, AWS earned $3 billion in revenue, and by 2022, it was pulling in over $80 billion in revenue per year, making it the most successful division in Amazon's entire business. But this is just the beginning. You see, AWS is the most advanced and secure cloud platform on the planet. And according to Bloomberg, it's set to grow 37 times bigger in the years ahead. And now you can participate directly in this growth. Because, once again, Amazon does not own the critical asset they need to keep AWS running: data centers. Instead, Amazon used the same strategy. That is, they pay to rent the data centers they need from a smaller partner company. And when you buy into the Amazon Secret Royalty Program, which includes these two critical partner stocks, you essentially own a share of Amazon's biggest warehouses and over 300 data centers worldwide, from Culpeper, Virginia to Melbourne, Australia, which means if Amazon wants to keep AWS running without a hitch, which they obviously do since it's their cash cow, they essentially have to pay you for the legal right to use your data centers. And just like with Amazon's warehouse partner company, as AWS has continued to grow, the payouts have continued to go up. Look, on a $5,000 starting investment, you'd now be collecting $3,630 per year in annual royalty payouts. Now, as I mentioned, the more you put in, the more you can make. So let's say you start with a, say, $25,000 stake. Now, instead of $3,600 per year, you'd be earning $17,123 per year in yearly royalty payouts. And when you combine both secret royalty plays, you'd now be collecting $28,544 per year. That's over $142,000 in 5 years from royalties. That's why this is such a powerful investment. In fact, it's no surprise that Wall Street, along with over 1,400 institutional investors, are piling in to collect payouts from the Amazon Secret Royalty Program. Heck, even Allstate, the insurance company, is investing in the Amazon Secret Royalty Program. Because once you're set up, you're golden. There's no trading, no confusion about when to buy and when to sell. All you need to do is buy and hold and collect royalties for as long as you own the royalty stocks. That's why I put the names of both secret partner companies in my latest report. Amazon's Secret Royalty Program, the easiest way to collect up to $28,544 per year from Amazon. And today, I'm going to gift you this report absolutely free. But before I tell you how to claim your free report, there's something else you may want to hear. It's a way you can use this powerful strategy to collect royalty payouts from other companies too. You see, back in 2016, I was selected to join the Presidential Advisory Board. But before I could serve as a member of this board, I had to go through this rigorous security clearance and sign a strict non-disclosure agreement. And while I'm forbidden from sharing sensitive details of what we discussed in those meetings, what I can tell you is this. Every week, for more than 2 years, I met with powerful and influential decision makers, including former congressmen, high-ranking military officers, Ivy League PhDs, even a chief executive from NASA. And during these policy conversations, I discovered the biggest threat facing America and investors today: America's energy security. You see, as Americans, since the oil crisis of the 70s ended, none of us have had to think twice about filling up our gas tanks, heating our homes, cooking on our stoves, or about how much electricity we use. Until now. Today, people are angry and confused as their utility bills, grocery bills, gas prices wildly fluctuating and skyrocketing out of control, which is a shame. Because what few people realize that the U.S. has more untapped oil than Saudi Arabia and Russia. We've literally got an abundant energy motherlode right under our feet. But do you expect the career politicians in office today to get any common sense solutions through right now? No, quite the opposite. In the midst of an energy crisis, the U.S. Interior Department has frozen all new federal oil and gas leases and permits. And worse, the Biden administration started selling oil from our nation's reserves, depleting our critical stockpiles to their lowest levels in 40 years. There's no problem a politician can't make worse. But as frustrating as all of this is, there's a silver lining for those who act today. Because the roadblocks holding back America's energy development mean one thing: the lion's share of profits will flow to owners of existing energy assets. Government bureaucracy is one of the primary reasons why energy was the top performing sector in 2021 and the top performing sector in 2022. And I believe energy will continue to be one of the top performing sectors in 2023 and 2024. Already billionaires like Warren Buffett are piling into big energy stocks, including Chevron and Occidental Petroleum. However, I'm not recommending any of those big names. Not Chevron, Occidental, Shell, or any energy stock you may be familiar with. After working on the Presidential Advisory Board, I discovered a smaller, more exciting energy company many folks have never heard of. This small company focuses on the production, transportation, and storage of natural gas. And they've quietly become one of the top energy exporters in North America. And when you buy this small energy stock, you essentially own the rights to a critical asset. In this case, you could own a share of over 91,000 miles of energy pipeline infrastructure in North America. That's 11 times more than ExxonMobil. And that's not all. You also own gas storage facilities in Texas, Pennsylvania, and Louisiana. along with offshore wind farms, solar, hydroelectric, and geothermal power generators. And remember, just like Lonnie Johnson from Alabama, every single time a commercial or industrial customer needs to use this energy highway, they essentially pay you for the right to use your energy network. So while new energy projects are virtually at a standstill, smart money has been pouring into this small energy company. They recently received $1 billion in financing from JP Morgan, Bank of America, and Barclays. But what I love most, perhaps, is that it pays an energy royalty, which has gone up for 5 years straight. And the payouts are fantastic. On a $5,000 investment from the start, you would now be collecting $3,630 per year in royalty payouts. Up your stake to $25,000, and you'd now be collecting $35,219 per year in royalty payouts. That means you're getting paid more than your starting investment every single year, mandated by law. It's really one of the most exciting ways to make money, which is why I'm recommending to everyone to get positioned today. I've put all the details inside my new report, Confidential, the President's Top Secret Energy Royalty. I want to send you this report, as well as my report on Amazon's secret royalty program, for free. Why? Because this royalty secret saved my life. Listen, I know how it feels to be worried about money, especially with the state of politics and the economy today. I was raised by a single mom who taught me the value of hard work, and I was lucky to experience early success. By the time I was 30, I was working on $1 billion deals with some of the largest companies in the world. And the bigger the deals got, so did my bank account. But unfortunately, so did my ego. I married my lovely wife, Stephanie, and we had 5 kids together. I even bought a $2 million home. I felt invincible, like nothing could stop me. But then 2008 came around, and when the market crashed, I crashed too. I lost everything. I remember sitting in the parking lot of a Walmart with just $20 in my pocket, on the verge of tears. I felt powerless, angry, and ashamed. The only reason I didn't file for bankruptcy was because I couldn't afford to pay the bankruptcy attorney. What was I going to tell my wife and my kids? Then I remembered a quote from my idol, Warren Buffett, that said, "If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die." And that's a painful truth. At that moment, I made the conscious decision to question everything I thought I knew about money. And that's when I started looking for a safer, smarter way to achieve financial freedom. And after interviewing the world's most successful investors and billionaires, I discovered they've been collecting royalties for years. Some of them have been for decades, like Warren Buffett, who pulls in over $4.8 billion in royalties every single year. And even Donald Trump, our first billionaire president, has devoted 1/3 of his entire fortune into royalty opportunities. In fact, more than half of millionaires today are collecting royalties. That's why, for the last 15 years, I've devoted every ounce of energy I had to rebuilding my wealth around this powerful income secret. Now again, I'm not talking about traditional royalties. What I'm really talking about are a special class of dividend opportunities where you are mandated by law to get paid. And over time, these payouts can snowball from $1,000 to $10,000 to $28,000 or more every year. And that's why today I'm more successful than ever, because now I finally get paid while I sleep. I've used dividends, what I call royalties, to help give my family the financial security they deserve. I even set up royalty plans for all of my 5 kids, including my new grandson, Asher, who just turned 1. And I even made back all the money I lost in 2008 and a lot more. So I used some of the profits to finally buy my dream car, a Porsche Panamera. There's nothing stopping you from seeing a similar success, which is why I recently joined up with Legacy Research, a respected financial publisher in Florida, to launch Intelligent Income Investor, my flagship investment research service where I share my top royalty recommendations every month. The way it works is, they let me do what I do best, which is to travel extensively, meet with my contacts and networks of wealthy investors and CEOs, and then I write about all the great royalty opportunities I can find. I write up a recommendation letter for Intelligent Income Investor, and they send it out to my subscribers. Plus, they handle customer support and rush my alerts to your inbox. So far, it's worked like a charm. Since we started our partnership, more than 765,000 people have read my work. That's enough to fill the Bank of America Stadium, where the Carolina Panthers play, more than 10 times. I've shown thousands of folks how to start collecting royalties. And the feedback I've gotten back has been nothing short of amazing. Like Henry C. He said, "I can confidently say Brad's recommendations are solid and produce outsized returns." And John S. gave me a 5-star rating, saying he's now beating the 3 major indexes with capital gains and royalties. And then there's Daryl D., who's excited to start collecting royalties and building up a nice nest egg for him and his family. It's because of subscribers like Henry, John, Daryl, and so many others that I'm even more determined to show as many as possible how to start collecting royalties. That's why I've already sent 2 reports to all of my current subscribers. And today, I want to share this valuable research with you too. Especially if you've lost money in the markets recently or have been sitting on the sidelines not sure what to do, because you deserve to sleep well at night too. Knowing with these royalty opportunities, you are legally mandated to get paid no matter what. And most people love it because it's not like your typical investment publication like the Wall Street Journal. While I love the Journal, there are just so many different and sometimes contradictory investment stories in there and little guidance. It's very easy to get confused. That's why each month I hand select just one investment. It could be a new royalty stock or some other little-known alternative I discovered while doing my boots-on-the-ground research. What I do is, in each issue, I'll explain in simple terms all the important things you should know about the investment, its potential, as well as how to buy it. If you've got 15 minutes a month, you have everything you need to prosper from Intelligent Income Investor. And today, I'd like to invite you to join me. If you accept my offer to become a subscriber today, you'll get my 2 royalty reports right away free. Amazon's secret royalty program, the easiest way to collect up to $28,544 per year from Amazon. Inside this report, you'll get the name and ticker of the 2 Amazon partner companies, and when you buy in, you become an owner of Amazon's most critical assets, giving you the legal right to collect a portion of these fees Amazon pays in royalties. And confidential, the president's top secret energy royalty. In this report, I reveal my top energy royalty play. You see, after working on the Presidential Advisory Board, I discovered a small energy company many folks have never heard of. And when you buy in, you become an owner of over 91,000 miles of energy pipeline infrastructure. That's 11 times more than ExxonMobil. Even better, it pays an energy royalty, which has gone up for 5 straight years. But that's not all. I'll also give you 60 days to try Intelligent Income Investor risk-free. If, for any reason, you're not satisfied with Intelligent Income Investor, you can cancel the service within the first 60 days and still keep all the reports you get today. But before you make your decision, I want to show you one more idea. The ultimate recession-proof royalty opportunity. You see, I follow hundreds of investments in royalty opportunities closely. And last October, I flew to Chicago to meet with billionaire investor Sam Zell to discuss an incredible opportunity with him. You see, with the mess that banks are in and a possible recession on the horizon, many investors are turning to gold. However, I told Sam about what may be the ultimate royalty opportunity, especially in a rocky market like we're in today. Even better than gold. You see, unlike gold, a non-producing asset that doesn't generate any income at all. And even worse, the supply of gold goes up every year. While this ultimate royalty play is in a critical subsector that has a rapidly decreasing supply and increasing demand, I'm talking about good old-fashioned American farmland. In fact, this farmland has been called absolutely essential because demand will never go away, which makes sense because food is a necessary staple for day-to-day life. It's not a want, it's a need. And when you buy into my top farmland royalty recommendation, You'll immediately become an owner of over 194,000 acres of high-quality, water-rich farmland, giving you the right to collect royalties from the crop yields, in this case, corn and fruits. Even better, as soon as you buy in, you should collect your first payout within the first 90 days. However, what should catch your attention is not the sector, but the names of the top investors involved: Bill Gates, Ted Turner, and the one and only Jeff Bezos. That's right, the man behind Amazon has been heavily investing into farmland. And I've discovered the best way to collect legally mandated royalty payouts, which is why I put the full details in the ultimate royalty play, Better Than Gold. So when you accept my invitation to try Intelligent Income Investor today, I'll make sure to include this bonus report too, as your free welcome gift. All right, here's how to get started. In a minute, a button will appear below this video. Once you click it, you'll be able to secure your subscription. And when you accept this offer, all of these benefits are yours immediately. Amazon's secret royalty program, the easiest way to collect up to $28,544 per year from Amazon. Confidential, the president's top secret energy royalty. And the ultimate royalty play, Better Than Gold. Plus, you'll also get 12 new issues of Intelligent Income Investor published monthly. You'll get a brand new investment recommendation in each issue. Exclusive members only alerts as well. With the buy and sell recommendations, stop losses, buy up to prices, updates on the current holdings in our model portfolio, and so on. All the back issues of Intelligent Income Investor. Plus, my full archive of special reports, including the Swan Portfolio, Real-Time Revolution, Endless Income from America's fastest growing companies, and more. And full access to the Intelligent Income Investor model portfolio. Remember, the deadline for the next scheduled Amazon secret royalty payout is quickly approaching, June 13th. I strongly recommend you get set up now before you miss out. So what does all this cost? A lot less than you might think. As you can imagine, if we sold this full package on its own, you'd probably be looking at somewhere around $500. And that would be a steal. In fact, when I was working on investment deals for companies like Walmart and McDonald's, I used to charge a 20% fee for my work. That means for every $10 million deal, I took a $2 million cut. With Intelligent Income Investor, however, you pay no management fees or commissions for our research or recommendations. And here's the greatest news. Because our research costs are divided among thousands of paying subscribers, we've managed to keep costs low. The retail price for Intelligent Income Investor is only $199. That's per year, not per month. And if you act on my recommendations and make a profit or collect a royalty check, you keep every cent. When you consider that many of my readers are collecting thousands, $10,000 or more per year by following my recommendations, I think you'll agree $199 is a fair price. And if you decide not to join today and go back to our website later on, that's the price you'll see. And that's the price you'll have to pay. However, because you watched this full presentation and I know you're serious about this opportunity, I'm going to help you out. I don't want price to be a barrier. So here's what I did. I sat down with my publisher and we agreed to authorize a special one-time discount because I want to remove any obstacle that can get in the way of taking action today. And that's why, if you accept my invitation to join Intelligent Income Investor today, you can claim a full year subscription for just $49. That works out to less than $1 a week. So I have a simple question. Would you invest $1 per week for the chance to make up to $28,544 in royalty payouts or more each year for the rest of your life? Because that's the opportunity in front of you right now. And already, many of my subscribers have seen incredible results. Like Eric J., Sam G., Bill T., Dustin O., Andrew B., Tom R., Carmen H. And with Amazon's secret royalty program, you could too. Just click the button below this video that says Join Now to take advantage of this limited time offer. Because I'm not sure how long this special offer will last. But there's also another important reason, and that's because we only have a very short amount of time before the next Amazon royalty payout is scheduled to go out on June 13th. And once your royalty payouts hit your account, that money is yours to keep, free and clear, forever. It's that easy. All right, it's time for me to go. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, but more importantly, I hope you'll take action. Click on the Join Now button now to get started. I sincerely believe royalties will radically change how you preserve and grow your retirement wealth, just like it's done for so many of our other readers so far. The best way to accomplish that is by trying out Intelligent Income Investor. Remember, there's a button below this video that says Join Now. I encourage you to click on it right now. You'll be taken to a secure page that will let you lock in your special one-time discount. Also, please rest assured, you risk nothing by acting today. That's because we put into place an unconditional 100% 60-day money-back guarantee on your subscription. Simply put, you have the next 60 days to review everything at your own leisure. Look at my research, dig deep, question everything. And if for some reason you sign up today but have a change of heart, that's no problem. But as you can see, I'm very confident in my research. That's why I'll even send you a signed money-back guarantee certificate that you can download or even print. It's my signed commitment that I'll give you a full 60 days to take advantage of my 100% money-back guarantee. So if you decide you're not absolutely thrilled, no worries. Contact my Florida support team and they'll immediately return every penny you paid for your subscription. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's my promise to you. So what do you say? It's your choice, and I respect your decision either way. All right, that's it. Click Join Now to get started.